So guys, the special police started shooting aimlessly because they were just after revenge. So guns sound was littering in the air. There was so much noise, guys. Eh. And what did Amisi do? Amisi decided to go under a truck, like this one I'm standing here, under a truck, and went where there is a crankshaft there. So he went and squeezed himself here, and it was an old truck, so the tires were deflated. So he went under there and hid there. So he had them say, "Eh, ako wapi? Huyu tukimpata tunamwanza, amepotelea wapi? Where has this guy gone to? If we find this guy, we're gonna finish this guy." Eh, he was very lucky. Eh. So guys, for more and that, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. My name is Ombily Oli, a boy from Mama Africa, coming again to your screen on this video, guys. Thank you guys for the love, the affection, and the comments, positive one, the likes, the subscription that I get each and every day. It's overwhelming, and I thank you and adore you guys very much. So today we're gonna tackle the story of Amisi. Amisi was just a boy born in the coastal part of Kenya. Coastal city of Kenya, we have places like Mombasa, Kilifi, Malindi, Taita Taveta, and Lamu. So one part of there. Those are most of the parts are touristic parts in Kenya, the coastal past. So this is where he was born. So he went to school there and went to primary there. So he was born in Kilifi in the village, but his dad worked at the port of Mombasa. So the port of Mombasa is one of the biggest employer of people at the coast. So the father worked there, and the mother and the kids used to stay in the village. So Amisi used to stay in the village with the mother. The father used to come there on the weekend, off days, and when he had annual leave. So they went to school. They just lived a simple life, went to school. The father was not rich, but was able to sustain them, pay the school fees because he had also many kids. There people give birth, and he also was a very strict religious man, but he had only one wife, did not have two wives. So he taught Amisi to be religious. Amisi was taught how to pray and follow the religion that the dad professes so much, and he dearly adored it. Because one thing, this thing stopped Amisi from indulging in, at the coast of Kenya, boys there, they use drugs so much. Cocaine, heroin, mogoka. Mogoka is cut. So boys there and girls use those things so much. So to avoid Amisi from using those things, the father was very strict and ensured they follow the strict code of the house because the father was not drinking, not smoking. So Amisi was forced to be going to pray each and every day and also follow the rules of the house. So he was a good guy. Went to school, performed nicely, primary school, went to high school. Yes, he performed, but not very nicely to get admission to a direct university. So he just lived with the mother in the village, and life was just normal. They lived in a Makuti house. Makuti house, those Makuti thatched house. So I miss a dream that my dad is struggling here, working here at the port, feeding us, doing like that, and we are around six kids. He was the only boy from the one mother and five daughters. So the first girl, after finishing high school, got married, but Amisi not married because a man cannot marry like that. Girls can be married like that, like that. So dad had ensured that they've gone to school. So after finishing Form 4, he came to the port city of Kenya, Mombasa, so that the dad can also take him to Polytechnic, and also he can get a job. So when he came there, dad took a loan, and Amisi went to a college to learn skilled job because the dad know now that he doesn't have money to take Amisi to university to get a diploma or a degree. It's better that he teaches him a skilled job. So Amisi was taken to learn electrical installation and electronics repair on a small polytechnic that was there in Mombasa. And Amisi took education seriously because the dad was struggling, taking a loan, paying the loan, taking care of the family, because he wanted that Amisi could be standing on his own, also assist the family. So Amisi finished college, and after finishing the college, getting this work is whom you know in this industry. So you can get job, you don't get job. But Amis had a background of every day going to the masjid and praying. So he believed that maybe one day I'll be blessed. So when he's free, other than going indulging in those other things, he will go there, have a prayer, listen to the sermons there, and he never knew that what was going on. So before I continue, guys, the clerics who used to issue these sermons, they were very radical, and they could radicalize you in a minute and make you be possessed and follow them and be going there every time. So Amisi, through the doctrine that these guys used to pass, Amisi did not even realize that he has been radicalized without even knowing. He never knew that that thing has happened to him. So life continued like that. Life continued like that. So Amisi saw some boys just vanish, then come back. He doesn't know what was going on, but he never knew what was going on because for him, he was not those kind of people who were so much inquisitive at first. But this helped him avoid other things because many boys who are not religious there, of religious, they will become beach boys in the beach there because there's so much beach. Mombasa tourists come there, and they will learn many languages to seduce women so that the women can remove them from poverty. And these men, they could charm any lady. These boys, they could put dreadlocks. They could, hey. So Amisi never wanted to be one of them because you could hear at the coast we have these boys, beach boys. Next we have Mateja. Mateja are the drug addicts. So you could avoid those things. And these preachers preached against those kind of things. So they surrounded with Amisi. He doesn't want to do those things. Also, ladies there, most of them were selling their cat to foreigners, to tourists, because tourists would flock Mombasa too much during the holiday seasons. And Mombasa was the capital of tourism in Kenya. So that was too much there. Some boys could do manual work. Some would become makangas. Makangas, the one who would fill cars. Others would become handcraft pushers, and others, like ladies, will be doing jobs made like that. So, and others could be like doing other funny jobs, loaders. So they could get that money, and because they have lost hope in life, so they could indulge in those drugs. Maybe you could ask yourself where those boys used to get money. They could get that money from that. So these preachers, who I'm telling you, they could organize meetings they call dawa. So this dawa, they could look for boys who don't want to indulge in those kind of things. They maybe they find a Christian, they convert him, and they had an agenda. So these Christian people could not suspect them because they have an English name. They don't have an Arabic name. So they will convert those boys to Islam. Understand, guys? I want you to understand where I'm going to. So, and they will also bring them there. The boys who do not want to be involved in those petty crimes, those kind of things, drugs, those boys will be there. And these guys, these preachers knew how to lure them. So these boys were promised a bright future, telling them, yeah, you are suffering now, but one time you'll have a bright future here on earth and also in heaven. So they believed. Because these preachers know how to radicalize a boy, a young boy, and you know what you put in a young boy sticks in that boy. So they knew how to do these things. So select few from these boys could be taken to the Boni forest in Somalia and be trained how to be, I don't know, I can put this name, how to be fighters for Al Shabaab. Al Shabaab is a militia group in Somalia. So they had a connection. They bring those boys, they radicalize them, they put the mindset them, and those boys believe in them. And what next? They take them to the forest where these boys are trained to be terror operatives. And these boys never knew they are going to do those kind of things. They will just find themselves there. They have no option to do, and they have to do what they have been told. Because they're taking you there, guys, and you are a young man. They have put so much doctrines in your head, what you believe what they are telling you. These boys found themselves there in the forest. Others will come. There's a time, guys, in Kenya, there was so much bombings, and these people will be caught. And the names that will pop out, they're not Arabic names, they're English names. These books have been converted. So they were the best operative for that game. This is Amisi telling me this story. Now, Amisi's time to go there had reached, but it did not materialize. You know why, guys? Like the video, guys. And also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, guys, and watch my other videos. Because these guys were very charming and they knew how to make you believe in them. These preachers. Eh, And mind you, the government investigated those preachers but could not find the evidence linking them to them radicalizing the youths. So they had cases, but proving was very hard. So I want to tell you before we continue what happened to these preachers. These preachers used to have those many cases, but also there was a police unit that was formed to finish that kind of thing that was happening at the coast, because it was so much dramatic and so much rampant. Boys in the coast were so much radicalized. So it's a police unit that was made to combat that. And that police was very tough and ruthless. So, guys, Abdul Amisi continued with there, and he never knew that the government had planted some spice into the gathering, because these boys will go in the early morning to the prayer, they listen to the sermons. So the government had planted some spice inside there. So to get the evidence to link these preachers into that. But these preachers were very cunning. They knew how to operate. They would operate in a very way that even if you are there, you could not understand what they are telling you. So they could not just take anyone. If they wanted to earn your trust so that they can take you there and be one of them. So there was no evidence linking these guys to them. But the government knew, the government used to finish them in another way. I will tell you guys later. So police got a hint that some weapons were hidden in that masjid. I will not say the name of the masjid. And they were planning on doing something very bad with those weapons, those boys who have been coming to that masjid. So the police launched an ambush. I don't know who leaked the ambush will be coming there. So these boys, and they were ready for the ambush. So early morning, the police ambushed there. You know, the first team went into there to ambush them, fully armed. And the place was full of worshippers. So when they entered, this is Amisi telling me, the first batch, they were overpowered. They killed some youths, but they were overpowered. And there was a stampede. and those guns were taken. But asked Amisi, but there were there guns in that place where you were worshiping, that masjid? Amisi just kept quiet. But he said, we used their guns. So they took those guns, they started now attacking the other unit that was outside. So it was forced to take cover. So this lasted for close to, I don't know, he said 1 hour or something like that. I don't remember actually what he was telling me about this fighting. So the police that were outside were bloodthirsty. Our frontliners have been murdered like that. And you know what? Those preachers who were there managed to dodge and go out. I don't know where they went. And some youths also jumped the fence. They started running away aimlessly because the air was filled with gunshots. And some many youths were killed, and some many police were killed in that thing. So what happened next? Amisi now runs. Me go near coin. Legs help me. So he runs, finds a lorry like this one on the roadside, and the police were killing anyone because they were just shooting aimlessly because they were now bloodthirsty. So Miss went and entered that lorry, as I said it from the beginning. Entered into that lorry, a very old lorry. He went where there's an old garage, and the abandoned cars were there. So he went there and under, and because he was thin, squeezed himself there in the crankshaft. So the police came looking. Ako wapi? Where is this guy? Huyu lazima tumwangushe leo. This one must find his maker. The police were very angry, even though shooting aimlessly. So he did and hold his breath for close to 2 hours. The police checked, surveyed the area, opened those old cars doors, checked. Their commander said, let's move another place. They started running after other guys. Other guys went into the ghetto, got lost. So Amisi stayed there for around 2 hours, not talking, just holding his breath. He came out. After coming out, he went back to his dad's house. And those news had littered the whole place. So he told his dad, Dad, today this is what happened to me. I was supposed to retreat my maker. And the dad never knew what Hamis used to go to do because he just knew he's going to pray. So you see what parents even don't know what their kids are doing. So he never knew that Hamisi was being brought up and radicalized, and also was being recruited to join Al Shabaab in Somalia or go to fight in Somalia. He never knew. But Hamisi kept quiet. You know, some kids hide that kind of things from their parents. So Hamisi kept quiet from the dad. So the dad was very angry because when in the all news over the country, those were the news that were going on. And mind you, those two imams or those sheikhs, they were and one was having another case at the court, I don't know, Shanzu law court, and he was shot when he was coming out of the law after the hearing. Another one also was shot by those police, and they shoot you, no evidence, that thing, even you don't know where the bullet came from, and there's no evidence to link in those police, but they shoot you, they finish you. Because they know this, they will come again after, because they will be arrested and come out on bond. So they finished them. So Abdul stays in Mombasa, but the dad says, no, this place is not good for you. Because I now see you are not going the right way. Go back to the village. So Abdul, Amisi Abdul, those are his names. He goes back to the village. Amisi goes back to the village. The village there, he stays there. He started hustling there. You know, in village you do those what we call vibarua. So he does those vibarua for some time. So he had a friend who was in Doha, Qatar. He went to high school with this friend. So this friend, as they were chatting on Facebook, the friend tells him, I can organize, also you can come here. Because I told him, hey, I've tried life in Kenya, it's been tough on me. We find even I was about to, you see the things that I had gone through, not very good things. I don't want to be on the other side of the law. Maybe even the police are looking for me. So in the village, the guy told him, You can go get a passport. If you don't have money, wait. When I come for my annual leave, I'll try and assist you. So this guy comes for the annual leave and he tells him, let's go to the immigration. So they go to the immigration. He pays for Amisi the passport. Amisi get the passport. Then after getting the passport, he links Hamisi to the agent. So he leaves Hamisi in Kenya. The guy comes back to Doha Qatar to continue with his work because he had gone for only 2 months annual leave. Comes back to Qatar. So Amisi has the passport and everything. So he's just waiting for the agent. Now he starts doing small jobs, also fixing electrical to people's houses. They give him money for food. Now he saves around 10,000 Kenya shillings. Now coming here, he needs money for medical transportation up to Nairobi for what? So what does that happen? This guy promises him, "I'll give you 70,000, and you look for 50,000." So he has 10,000. Now he has 80,000 now. What is remaining is 40,000. So what does Hamish do? He goes home. They have only two cows. It's a big bull and a heifer. So he tells the mother, "Mom, just sell this cow. When I get my offer and my visa is out, I want you to sell this cow. I'll buy for you another cow." So what happened next? Uh, Everything goes as planned, and the job comes out as it had been planned. So agent calls him, the job is ready, you need to go back there. So he calls his friend who is in Doha. The friend sends money to the agent directly. So he goes back home, sells the big bull for 40,000 Kenya shillings. So they only remained with the heifer. And that bull, the mom used to plow with it the land. Now the mom does not have the bull to plow the land. Now everything goes as planned. The dad takes some small money for medical, what, transportation. He comes to Nairobi, does that and does. Now he travels to Qatar. Now after traveling to Qatar, he comes to Qatar, comes back to Qatar, starts working, pays the guy the loan. It took some for around 1 year to finish the loan. Then also to pay money for the the big bull that he had taken home. So after coming there, now he gets a lot of responsibilities, too much. Even he cannot save any money. But he said, okay, better here where I am, even if I'm too much, not even saving any money. But I've changed my life because if not like that, I could be killed by those police because those police were also they do not want even to take you to court. Once they suspect you are like that, they finish you. So because he was fearing, he stayed in Qatar for 8 years without even going home. Don't even going home because he told me even some family members passed, but he never went. Why? Because he fears if he goes there, that will happen. These people can, but they can kill him. But that unit was disbanded because it was very ruthless. That police unit in the coast. So I can say that when he changed his life and came to Qatar, he was able to buy another piece of land for the parent and also build an iron sheet house for the parent, a brick house, moved the house from the mud house, and he changed his life. So as he was looking for shortcut joining the uh, gangs or those other ways of crime, he was telling me that crime does not pay. That you see he has been working hard and he has seen something nice to his life. But when he was in crime and being radicalized by those preachers, he was just being used and misused. Because he asked me, all my friends who even went to Somalia, many never came back. Many were killed in the front line because they were being put on the front line. They were killed in battles, they were killed in raids. Many, when they came back, they were arrested because the police were launching very strict things. If a guy gets lost for some time, they will launch a manhunt to see where this guy went. And when this guy comes back, surfaces back, they will come arrest you. And this ATP, anti-terror police, they were very tough. They interrogate you because some boys were just getting vanished. Then they resurfaced. And when they resurfaced, you are the East has done this, East has done this. So even Amisi was fearing, if I go back to Kenya, they'll say I've resurfaced. They will finish me. That's why he spent those 8 years. Even when he went back there to check his project for 8 years, he was just fearing even there for 1 month. But the water had cooled down because after all that time, 8 years, everything has changed because those networks were stopped. Boys now came to their senses. They realized shortcut is not anything good in life. They had changed. So, Amisi said that for young boys outside there, they should not do not accept some to be too much into religion so much. Yes, being religious is not bad, but being religiously radicalized and being misused and by those, there are good preachers in everywhere, but there are some bad preachers. They can put you the ideologies in your head and make you become very violent. So you avoid that kind of things. And he was telling me this advice. We were just sitting like him telling me this story and telling me he's fearing to air this story out. But for me as a YouTuber, he knows I'll air the story out. Yes, I may not be airing the story in the way it's flowing very nicely, but I know the points you get into the story, maybe you understand one or two things. And also a boy outside there will understand that a shortcut is always long cut. So if you want a shortcut in life, just know that shortcuts can never help you guys. And thank you guys for people who support me each and every day, for the love, the affection, everything guys you give to me. If not you guys, I cannot be doing this video every time. And the love is so much overwhelming, guys. Yeah, I've seen my channel is now becoming good, and that is what my dream is. That is what I'm praying it will continue all the time. Don't forget to subscribe my channel, and also like my videos, share them, and also hit the notification every time I'm putting a video. You are out there to watch it. Ombily signing out. Thank you very much. Be blessed.